Hello all, welcome back to my channel. So in our previous video we discussed on the operator overloading in C++. So in this video we will try to explore the inheritance concept in C++. So inheritance is one of the most important features of object-oriented programming language. So it promotes code reusability. So, to explore this concept, let's take an example of a project wherein you need to develop the information or the track to track the cricket player data. So when it comes to this project, so mainly you need to get the information regarding all the players, like the player's name, player's address, height, weight, and also date of birth, this way, like players generic information, as well as cricket. If you consider the cricket factors, like the runs that he has scored, the wickets he has taken, the catches, as well as his average. So all these factors comes specific to cricket. So in this way, like we need to create instead of creating a single class and having all this information, so we can just distinguish like a base class which will have all the generic informations, like say class player. We can create a class called player, and wherein we can have all the generic information regarding the each player, like the, as I mentioned, name, address, height, weight, date of birth, this way. And we can create another class, that is derived class, like we will derive class from the base class, and we will create it as cricketer. And the cricket related informations like runs, wickets taken, catches, this way, average, etc. So these can be added in the subclass or the derived class. Similarly, like it's not just the cricket. You can have in a lot of other games as well. Say for example, if you take football, volleyball, like different other informations can be captured from in the derived class. Like you can have a multiple derived class, and of course the generic information for each player remains the same. So that is from the class player, and we derive different base classes or child classes, that is the cricketer, football, volleyball, like that. So to explore this, we will take a simple example, like how to derive how to create a base class and how to create a derived class. So let me create a base class, so class base. And of course let's have some variables here and functions here, public, and maybe a simple variable I. And also let me have a function while fun, and maybe see out, and I, and del. Okay, we have a simple function, as well as one variable I have added in the base class. So this is our base class. So now let's try to derive from this base class. So to create that, firstly class keyword followed by whatever is the derived class name you want to give. Just I will give it as derived itself, and colon, and like whatever is the access specifier, like I'll give it as public here for time being. You can use any of the three public access specifiers depending on your need, like you can use public, protected, or the private. Yeah. So base, this is the base class name, or the parent class name. So now here we have one child class called derived, derv, and one parent class called base. Yeah. So here again, let me create maybe a variable here, and maybe int j. And also let me create a function here, or let me just copy this, maybe copy and just paste it here. Yeah, let me change the function name to fun1. And of course let me try to print it out. Let me do this way, let me print yeah this way. Let me Okay, I have printed. Similarly, let me print J here. So I think this looks good. So let me save this. Okay, and yeah, in the main, let me try to. So of course, inheritance concept, we have this base class and we have this derived class here. And format, I think you guys understood, the keyword class and then the derived class name, access specifier followed by the base class name. Yeah, yes. Then let me just add this. Maybe let me create an object of derived class, uh, d1 maybe, and let me try to d1 dot. See, when I did this d1 dot, right, see, I have access to the base class function, base class variable, the derived class function, derived class variable. So that's what the concept of inheritance all about. So let me just print j equals maybe 10, and then yeah, d1 dot I. Yeah, let me create let me give a value for I as well, I to maybe 5. And then yeah, let me try to access this. So let me just do a C out here as well. Yeah, let me try to print these values I and j. Then let me call the functions, of course, that is d1 dot fun1 as well as d1 dot fun. Yeah, so let me just save this. I think everything is good. Okay, C out here, C is missing. Then I think let me just save this. Okay, here it is not just I, it is d1 dot I, and here again d1 dot j. I think this should be good. uh, and I think here we are missing a semicolon. In the derived class also we need to put this semicolon. So of course after class at the end you need to put this semicolon. So all is good. Let me just run this. Yes, so if you see the output here, it is printing I, J, and also the fun1 and fun2 out as well. Yes, d1 dot fun and d1 dot, yeah, two times it has printed. Let me just scroll this up a little bit. Okay, it printed here, and then d1 dot fun, that is 5. Yeah, clear. So all is good. Now I was talking about access specifiers, right? See, in the base class, if we keep the variable data member and member functions, data member in within this public access specifier, in the public access specifier, then what happens, the derived class will have access to that data member, as well as it can be used of course within the class itself, and also in the external functions also, in the external functions also it can be used. Because if you see here, this I have accessed in the main as well, that is an external function, so I have accessed it there. And also I have accessed it in the derived class also. Here I have printed the value of I here in the derived class, so I'm able to access. But in case if I do it as private, so if I keep this data member inside this private access specifier, then only the only this data member can be used only inside this class, only inside this class. So it cannot be used in the derived class, it cannot be used in the external function as well. Okay, it can be used only within that class if I make it as private. So just to show this, let me just save this and let me run. You will get an error here if you see. Yes, if you see not it's not accessible here. You are getting this error here. Yeah, And one more access specifier is protected. Let me just show this. So the advantage with this protected is that if we place the data member below this or inside this protected access specifier, then it can be used within this class, and also it can be used in the derived class as well. So you will be getting this feasibility to inside use this data member inside the derived class as well. But of course it cannot be used in the external function. So for external function, of course it will throw an error here, we will correct it. But to use it within the derived class, there is no problem, it can be accessed. So let me just run this. Okay, so it is throwing error for this. So let me just no, we cannot use it in the external function, that is main. So I will just remove this. Let me save this and run this again. And yeah, here of course we are printing this I, right? That's why it's throwing error. Of course, let me just comment it out again here. And this one moment, let me just save this. Yeah, now if you see, I have accessed it in the derived class and have made it as protected, and I was able to access that variable. So this was regarding the concept of inheritance. Thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.